welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janima.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 443.
Awesome.
Yes, yeah, it's I don't know. My June is like laying out in front of me as completely booked. And so in my mind,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's June, but like also we've got a week of May here left, right?
Oh my goodness. Like, no, it's not enough time. Not enough time. I I was
So we both have graduates as of next
yes.
weekend, but they're done with school as of tomorrow,
Yes.
which is crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, my kiddo has started the pre-panicking for college.
Ah,
Uh, I was talking to another parent who's already been through it. All of her kids made it through college. And she's like, oh, wait a minute. No, this is just this time. Wait, give it a couple weeks, be supportive. But this panic is just this pre-graduation, post-graduation panic.
yeah,
And they'll get excited once they're through this. And I'm like, okay.
yeah. Because Ellie didn't like decide where she's going to college until like last week, right?
Okay.
I don't feel like that has hit her at all. Or
Okay.
maybe she's kind of like me, where like maybe she has anxiety about it, but she like focuses on the here and now, right? Instead of like popping her head up, right? So like just keep knitting basically, but just keep working or just keep doing that next thing. So she seems to be doing pretty good. She's excited. She's planning a party for her friends, basically, not for like, I feel like my graduation party was sort of for my parents' friends. And
Well,
since like I work remotely and most of Jeremy's folks are remote as well, like we wouldn't have like coworkers popping in. So largely for her friends, right? So we're gonna have
yeah.
iced chai and iced desserts. Yeah.
My whole planning was you know, talking to the grandparents and then them wanting to invite people. So my uh child's graduation party is much like my graduation party. It's
Yeah.
for that generation just really likes a good party. So
Ooh, they do. And plus it's great to celebrate and like, yeah, I'm sure they're proud, right? Like I don't know. Again, I think I grew up in the, I think we share. I know I grew up in the same hometown as my grandparents. So like all of their friends got to see me, down working at Amico or whatever,
yeah,
right? Like, yeah, our kids are separated from their grandparents and the grandparents' friends. And
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I am yeah. My graduate is, like I said, I don't know if it's because all of the hard work is done and they're just kind of in this easy breezy last few days and thinking about the actual graduation day.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're just like, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, okay, great.
Yeah.
We've
I
started to put all the money down, please.
Yes. Somebody shared with me like the whole like nest and pooping in the nest to like make it easier for the mama bird to like push the bird out, right? And now like every time like there's like some conflict. So the other day it was about the dryer. Ellie's clothes were left in the dryer for multiple days, and she was upset with Dexter for removing her clothes from the dryer and putting his clothes in the dryer without like, she wanted to be able to fluff it and make them not wrinkly, right? And I'm just like, is this pooping in the nest? is this the because like in reality, like that's gonna happen if you have roommates or you're in a dorm or whatever, right? Like you're not going to be able to use your dresser or your dryer as a dresser. Anyway, it's all very fun and new to both of us. So
Yeah, no, and
thank you. Sandy
again, like
said
it's
congratulations as well.
yeah, I
So,
think, when you have people who have that perspective, you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of a normal part of this
yep.
season of life for them. Because me personally, I only remember being excited, right? And
Yeah.
again, that's hindsight, right? Like, I'm sure I was nervous. this. And I'm sure I had
100%.
many conversations with people about like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make friends, or what if my roommate's awful, or, you know,
Yeah.
but,
I'm going to
yeah,
need to get
hindsight, it's all
shirts printed
exciting.
up for our family vacations because that I was often quoted as saying that throughout our, Ireland trip is like, I only remember the positive things about the last trip we went on. And I'm sure there was conflict and I'm sure there was bad days. But like a year later, all I remember is the positive, like, oh, remember when we went to the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah,
So yeah, these bad emotions will pass and we'll have our rose colored glasses of remembering this time as like this
yeah,
golden time when you were done with school and you had everything figured out and you were going to be going on. So yeah, but yeah,
100%.
that's a
Can't, I wish
favorite
I could,
thing for sure.
I wish I could install that perspective. Like,
Like
here,
Neo
have
in the
this. Yeah,
I know kung
stick it in
fu,
the
I
brain.
know zen graduation mode. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, so definitely a favorite thing. Super excited
yeah,
for both of our kiddos. And I know that they're going to do great things. So yep, yep. All right. We do have a lot going on. Next week is our free ZK and VKN. I want to make sure I'm going to set a reminder. I want to make sure to get that out to also our ZKers. It's a great opportunity to kind of chat and get excited and meet some people if you're brand new before you show up in Rochester, Minnesota.
yeah, and I am getting the schedule approved by the people who are participating in the schedule.
Mhm.
So if we're super on it this weekend, I should be able to share the schedule and all those things very soon,
Awesome.
along with class information and how to sign up and things like that. It's basically this big chunk of time that I feel like is daunting, but as soon as I get started, it'll feel like a culmination, right? All of this work is coming into this one email and it's going to um, just set in motion for us to have an awesome ZK. So
Yes. And then we have our craft alongs going on. I had a intensive computer moment earlier this week where I did approve a lot of the craft along submissions, including the
thank
ZK
you.
one. I don't know that we have an end date published for the ZK one, so Amy and I'll have to make sure that we get that out in a reminder email or posted somewhere.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that it's in some of the emails. It is the Monday or Tuesday before the event because
okay.
everything's so digital now and up to the minute. We don't have to have that preserved, time anymore to
Yeah,
to
the
get.
dashboard. The
Or yeah,
dashboard does a lot of the adding up, and yeah, for teams and individuals, and
yep,
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
So it used to be a lot sooner so that we would have time to do all of that stuff manually or at least spreadsheet massaging. But the super dashboard that Megan did has made that not as much of a challenge anymore. So
yes, love the dashboard. Oh, love a good dashboard for sure. It's motivating for me anyway. Yeah, that's very cool. I'm super excited seeing people starting to post some of the things that they're planning to wear, which is super exciting and makes it real. Yes, June is very soon. So yeah, if it's not on the needles already, it needs to get there soon.
for sure.
Although I need to cast on a pair of socks because I was looking at my self-striping and I am a month behind. And that's not like normally I'm like, oh, I need to post, that muscle burrow that I have already made, whatever. Don't have that. So I literally need to get a self-striping project on the needles to get caught up. And you've been doing a really great job with the categories. I've been doing a lot of do it yourself striping and haven't hit a lot of them. So yeah, definitely mix and match and double dip as to your heart's content as we merrily craft along.
Yeah, I think I am working on my Alpine Bloom, and that will be my Fair Isle. And then
Ooh.
there's double knitting, which I still haven't picked anything out, but I know that they make these coasters.
Mhm.
There's a pattern for coasters. If I feel not as I don't know, motivated. A
PK
hat was
Jewelry
the
made
other.
a beautiful cowl that was double knit. I don't think I'm quite ready for that. But she's I think maybe one of our lone checks in the double knit column on the on the dashboard. So way to go, Pam.
Yes, no, as I recall, it's a lot of fun once you get going, and it's not challenging. It's, you know, slipping,
Yeah.
and then, you're only working one side at a time, but it's within the same needle. It's easy. It's just getting my brain to like, oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
got to pick a pattern.
Muscle memory and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or where the yarn needs to be, right? Because it's supposed to be in the middle of the two.
yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, very
gonna
cool.
have a
Very
few
cool.
mistakes, I'm sure.
All
All
right,
right.
favorite things. Are we ready for
Yes,
favorite things? A lot of my
absolutely. And
favorite
it's
things are ZK related.
okay.
But I can't show them, right? But right now, super excited about all things ZK.
Yeah, yeah. A very big part of the retreat is our goodie bag, and a lot of that stuff is starting to arrive. So that's very exciting.
Yes.
And one of the major things, some of the major things I've gotten notices for. So they're shipping, they're on their way to us. So that's really cool.
Yes. I
Um,
love it. I'm so excited. It's going to
yeah,
be a great
I need,
year. We
I'll
plans.
check in with Deneen. They were June this year, as far as
Ah,
our schedule.
which is
So it
nice
was,
because I always have a little bit of anxiety of like, I can't remember last year when you picked them up, but I'm like, what if something happens? That's a lot of glass just sitting around for months and months and months.
yeah,
So
the landing on my stairs in my house had mugs in them for months, like 3 months or something. It was way too long. So yeah, picking them up right before I hand them out is actually the best.
ideal state. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. The mugs are the only thing that's certain. I guess yarn, but yes, the mugs are the only thing that's certain in our goodie bags, right?
yes, yeah, yes, exactly. You don't know what we've chosen to do for everything else. Uh,
Yes.
so
Plug to those that help us assemble. You get a preview before everybody shows up and we start handing them out. Also, you get to see people delighted if you help do the check-in. So it's like
yes,
Christmas and you didn't have to pay for the
yes,
present or pick
yes,
it
you get
out.
to
It's just
hand
like
out the goodies.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it's fun. Anyway, sorry. I'm like in a ZK like
Good. Yeah, we
promo
should
mode.
be.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
again, the schedule went out, so that means once it's final, I can get classes out.
Hmm.
All of that goes in the same email. So I'm hoping that all of that culminates next week.
Yeah,
And if this weekend goes well, because it's a long weekend,
it is.
um, I should be able to do that. But I'm also cleaning out a spare bedroom for guests. So and painting an entryway to my house. And yeah, I
Wow.
am doing a lot of weird things.
Excellent. Well, let me know. We'll get the next Wednesday's free VKN out in there as well because I do think it's great to have people join and chat prior to the event. Queen City.
So speaking of awesome knit-alongs, Queen City's Discord server is a really fun place to chat with people, and they do a bingo. And so I've been filling out my bingo cards, and they sent me this lovely bingo prize.
Woo.
It's beautiful, and I am super duper happy with it.
So pretty. What
Um,
are the bases? So one of them is mohair.
yeah, we got the mohair, and then there's a Noda sock, and then a Lotta classic.
Wow.
And it's the Peaks and Pinnacles kit. So it's for a specific pattern.
Yeah.
But
They just in my
it's an
inbox this
infinity
morning
cowl,
was,
I think.
yeah.
I haven't looked too closely in it, but I believe it's kind of like the one you were doing where all the things are held at the same time
Mhm.
going through the pattern. So
Yeah.
not something I'm going to cast on anytime soon, but could very well see it be a fun end of summer, start to fall project.
Hmm. Those are
Beautiful.
such beautiful colors. Yeah.
And everybody who's getting prizes is getting something different and unique to them. So, this was picked for me, which is kind of nice. It feels special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, no, love those colors. Love the kind of mixture of textures there. Yeah, I got an email from Queen City this morning where they were talking about the 4-day KL and like all of the different combos.
I looked and got a cart settled and whatnot, like thinking I want to do the Earl Grey. Yeah.
Yeah. I
No
can't
joke.
remember which one. I don't want to be rude and look at my phone. I can't. There was one that I was like, oh boy, it was green. It felt like it
Yes, that
was
was the
my
chai.
okay. Yeah. I was
Earl
like, oh
Grey was the
boy.
one I was looking at. Plus there was another one that was very bright and summery looking. It had like a beachy blue green and some
Yeah.
pink and yellow. Loved
Spill
that
the
one too.
tea is the 4-day mystery and long, right?
Yes, yeah. And it looks really beautiful. I'm kind of yeah, I might fall down for that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Excellent.
this is a new to me dyer. This is the Capella Luna Fibers. And I won this in the D-Stash bidding that D-Stash for Good. They have a new system. It used to just be all on Instagram, and now that there's like a special bidding place where you can bid and keep track of, and it'll send you notifications when somebody outbids you. So it's a lot more stable as far as you being able to check in and see if you've won something. And so I won these. Beautiful.
Yeah, love those
One. I
colors.
mean, I bid and paid money for them, but all the money went to charity, and I am excited.
Tell me about the base. For some reason today I'm seeing single ply, but it's not a single ply.
Yeah, no, it's the
75, 25.
yeah, with the huge yardage, it's the 463 yardage.
Hmm.
So, and
I just cast on a pedal party crop. Mine will be a crop and it won't be very similar other than the top part to a pedal party crop, but I see that when I look at that.
oh yeah,
Like you've got two
yeah,
skeins
100%.
of fingering. Yeah.
Right. And the spring line tee, the new one that she has out, I was able to make that and add a little bit of length, especially with this bigger put up. I
Hmm.
don't know if I would appreciate it as much with just the 800 yards, because then it is more cropped. But wearing the one I have now, I think I might make another one that's, less oversized and longer. And I
Hmm.
think it would work just as well. Like
Yeah.
now that I have it and I've worn it, I am thinking about doing something like
Ooh.
that. Exciting news. I was able to get into the monthly
I'm going to take credit
womans and
for
knots.
encouraging this.
Yeah.
It was like, Amy,
I mean,
you're oohing and awing over all of
yes.
mine. Like, you should sign up.
So this is the April, and it is reminding me of our yarn tails a little bit. It doesn't have all the same colors, but very bright and springy as far as colors go.
Is it Peepers? Is that what yours is as well?
Mine says April 2024. Doesn't say
Ooh.
any.
Mine says Yarn Club April 2024 colorway
Oh, it
Peepers.
does say peepers. I'm sorry. I'm
So look
I'm
at
new
the
to this.
difference on our screens. Wow.
Yeah,
Like mine is really greening it up, and yours, I think, looks more closely to the actual
I think,
colors.
yeah, mine is definitely more accurate.
Woo!
And
So
then
yeah, oh, love this one. I mean, it's kind of giving me watermelon vibes, right? Oh, love it. Like that dark green and the lighter green and the pink.
and I got this one for May, and I'm assuming that it's been at least a week right? So it's not really
I haven't opened
spoilery.
mine, but I don't. I'll be surprised again when I open
Okay.
it.
It says it reminds me of some kind of bird, maybe like a house finch, and I won't show it again.
No, you can show it. It's fine.
Burp, burp.
Oh yeah, love that. Definitely giving off like I could give this to a male in my life or somebody
Yes,
that loves like
100%.
not pastels
Yeah,
vibes,
my
right?
my child, I decided to ask them what kind of blanket colors they would like, and they said fall. So this
Mhm.
is and their fall colors were brown, orange, and yellow. Like that's like a 70s style blanket. Yeah. So brown, orange, and yellow 70s blanket in my near future. I
Fun.
haven't picked
Love
the
those.
yarn yet. It's so difficult to pick the yarn because I don't have enough of those colors in my stash to just go stash diving.
Hmm.
Um, because while I like those colors, they're just not in my stash. Like I feel like if they call to me, I cast them on right away, and they're not just ones that I collect. But
Yeah,
uh,
that's fair.
now on to my, oh no, not quite yet. Got one more. I got an Into the World email about
Mhm.
some of their new colors, and so this is Polworth, and it was really pretty. And so I decided to grab a few. This actually reminds me of something that I might already have. This is Gilmore's Glorious Goods, and I feel like I have this colorway already, or one very close to it from them. But I think it was just that it was the Rambouillet. And I
Hmm.
just was like, if I'm going to spin again, I want Rambouillet.
Yeah.
And July
Are
is
you
the
pla
month of spinning.
are you planning to do Tour de Fleece?
I start it every year. Usually it means I finish what was on the wheel and I put something new on it and don't go any further than that.
Yeah.
Um, but at least I get that one thing that was on the wheel off. And yeah, so that'll probably end up being what it is. I have some spindle spinning that has been so like it's been multiple years in the making, and I don't know how close I am to getting that done. So I might focus between the wheel and that particular spin and try to get something done uh, during Tour de Fleece. But okay, and now on to the purchases that were made during the yarn crawl.
So glad we looped back around on those because I've
Yeah.
been interested.
So this one was bought at the Yarnery. It's a it's a Minneapolis based dyer anthology yarn.
Okay.
I thought it was on here. Oh yeah, St. Paul. So and then this is wine cups. I had knit a cowl and I have a picture of Pivot wearing that cowl out of this space. And so I just bought some more to go with the leftovers from that cowl. And now I have three colors that I could put into something. It was a pleasure to knit with. It's very light and woolen spun. Um,
So you
yeah,
say it
so
looks
the
wool and
50
spun.
grams for 200 yards.
Pretty.
Yeah. And then I bought this. I haven't had a zebra base before, and they had this zebra base in a lot of different projects, but they had it in a sock
Hmm.
knit up, very, dense how I would knit it. And I kind of appreciate this. And then this purple just started singing to me.
Hmm.
So this is Whimsical Wood Yarn Co. Purple Punch. No, yeah, Purple Punch.
Cool.
And she cusses in her sock bases. So we'll leave that.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then we were at mm, oh gosh, it's so far in the past right now, I can't remember, and it's not local yarn shop to me. But it's the place where there's like an embroidery right next door to it, and then on the right-hand side is the yarn. And they had Snow White as their fairy tale. And so this is their Snow White self-striping.
Wasn't Three Kittens, was it?
Oh, could be.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then
Very pretty.
yeah. And so this is Echoes from Gusto wool.
Yeah. So
And this,
that'll stripe, right?
yeah, yeah, it's a self-striper. And it was 20 bucks. So
Giving
um
me like Wonder Woman vibes
oh, that too, yeah.
or like Captain Marvel.
Hmm. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
can see the Snow White in it as well. I think the price point was, and it was the first purchase, I think. So it was like, oh, an easy first purchase.
Warming up the credit card.
Yeah. No, actually this year I did cash. So
Oh, look at you.
yes, I made sure that I only spent the cash, except that some of my cash went out. Um, anyway, this one wasn't on cash. I wasn't 100% good.
Yeah.
Um, so this is North Bay Fibers,
Mm,
and um, this is what the suggestion was for the Springline tee.
yeah.
And I hadn't had a chance to see their yarn in person yet. So when I saw it there in all of the beautiful colorways, and I had to narrow it down, but it
Looks so
is their,
springy.
yes, it's their own American wool, sourced and spun in the US. It is, oh, it just says it's a 21 micron. I can't see where it says what kind of wool it is. Oh, Cormo. It's on the front part of the label.
Oh, this is one of those days where I'm sad that we're recording this over the internet versus in person.
Yes, yes. Yeah, these are
Is it a
wonderful.
monster skein or is it just woolen spun and really poofy?
It's just poofy. Yeah, it's 460 yards. So, good put up, right? 900 yards. It's going to make me a really nice top, summer
Mm-hmm.
top.
Pretty.
And yeah, I was really, really impressed with the colors. They were so vibrant.
Yeah,
And
there's a green that I'm like, when she
mhm.
posted it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. I don't
But
have
yeah,
it,
it's
but I have to have it. It haunts my
yeah, so
dreams.
far, you know, these types of wools have started to become my favorites.
Yeah.
Um, just the more I knit with them, the more I really appreciate them. There's just something about how structured they are,
Hmm.
compared to the drape of a classic um, merino
Yeah.
superwash.
It's a great way of putting it. I agree. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Excellent.
it. I finished. That was so much. I feel like
Okay.
such a piggy.
Well, we met up and you handed me some stuff that I've already worn this, but really fun because knit at night is what I do. So this was from why can't I think of the name of it? And I've of course removed the
A
tag if there
Shelly
was a
can?
tag. Shelly can, yes. So Amy gave me a knit at night shirt, even though I'm team sun right now. In general, I'm a moon child. And then yeah, I've not gotten to give you yours yet. But we did get our spreadshirt orders in to make sure that the logos were appearing right and whatever. So I've got a really fun tie-dye with our little sitting moon person. This is a lot. This is gray, not I feel like it's giving off kind of a little grainy green. Again, I'm green, apparently. It's probably the yellow behind me. But really thought that was fun. It looks like you're like, it's out in the galaxy, right?
Hmm.
With the tie-dye. Um, so yeah, super, super loving that. And yeah, I've been adding a lot of t-shirts. We went to the cake concert and I added some t-shirts as well. But then there's the our other logo with the sun and the moon. You'll see me sporting these at ZK Proper. And then yeah, our other fun logo items. So I think last week I was mentioning the self-striper bag with the fun kind of coordinating. There's an orange zipper, there's a green zipper, and I'm not remembering if there's another one, but like couldn't have, I mean, the logo was already these colors, right? But couldn't have
Mhm.
asked for a better combo. And then this is your green
Oh,
bag.
so cute.
Yes, the Zombie Explorer, a really nice canvas bag, or not canvas, fabric bag. But yeah, could definitely see you going to a farmer's market and having people wonder what a zombie explorer is and why these squirrel, moose, and platypus are out hiking with balls of yarn. But that's for other people to wonder about because we know, right? Yeah. And then you had also given me, I think you had shown it off on here as well, but some minis from Sister Weekend Yarn. Super, yeah, I'm trying not to, I generally hoard collections of minis for like a special project. I made that double date sweater with the greens
Mhm.
and like I gotta continue down that path, right? Because it was great to use them up and not just hermetically collect them as a group. But yeah, super pretty. Feel like it's coming off a little more, that's a little more muted than this. Although I do like the way the colors are showing up there,
Mhm.
but not necessarily what they look like in real life. So very fun, very excited to see them in our ZK market.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
we have so many prizes starting to arrive and goodie bag items, so much that I'm excited to share with you all. And that's another thing that I got to do this weekend. I got to categorize and email people about the arriving prizes. And so many people had said yes to giving you guys wonderful door prizes. So we'll have quite a few. I don't know if we're heading towards everybody gets one yet, but things arrive daily. So it's a lot of fun.
Excellent, excellent. Well, enjoy your extended weekend, ZKNers. The Zoom is open for that extended 3 days, so pop in and say hello to folks. And yeah, Amy and I will just excitedly keep plugging away on ZK before you
Yes,
all arrive soon in June. So,
absolutely. Bye.
bye, Ufta. Alrighty.